Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome back to Jash Reads, the series where we read books cover to cover and discuss them chapter. Oh shit, I just got rid of a notification. I didn't mean to. Anyways, where we read books cover to cover and discuss them chapter by chapter. Okay, let me. The notification I accidentally got rid of would have just brought me right to the chat, so that was yeah, that was great. Soon it came up right as I pressed delete some unneeded notifications. Like, oh, great, I love my life. And today we will be continuing to read Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Appleton. Hang on, let me finish getting set up here. Now, besides reading books cover to cover here, we also design stuff and build stuff, so there's something for you to look at. If you haven't guessed, I love them bees. Let's see what to work on next. I think I've already gotten this. I haven't. Okay, let me just figure out what the next plan of metaphorical attack will be. Here's a bee room. Here's more bees. Sleeping room, so I guess this must be nighttime. Nice little working area. Okay, just figuring where in the mansion I am in currently. Okay. Next room to work on. Doop doop doop. Just trying to get my bearings all underway. Hello, beeps. Oh, this could be a nice, I guess, cafeteria area. Because we have a work area. We have the food area over here. So yeah. So let's clear this area all up. So, this will probably be the last video I discuss the next topic in, just because I like this channel to be a nice little escape from reality and from, what has happened recently in US elections. We really need that lovely escape from reality. Okay, let's look for some chain. Okay, change here. And yeah, we really do need some escape from reality because, okay, a little backstory. I'm a little bit of a pessimist. I never thought our country was without hate or anything. I knew that people in this country could be very hateful, and racism and different forms of bigotry existed. Can I put that up there? I just have to. Do I have to do this? Ah, shite. Okay, let's see. Okay, never mind. Oh, shite. Didn't mean to do that. But, so, I'm not exactly a big on optimism person. I try to be, but I can't really promised at any given time. You know, I'm not someone who, thought, the country is totally awesome, there's no need to improve. But I didn't think we were, at such a low point. I thought I knew the level of hatred in our country, and it's really, really disheartening to find out I was wrong. So yeah, I was like, well, Trump's wanting to, take away democracy and install himself as some fucking dictator. He just doesn't care about anyone but himself, and like, people are going to have to realize that, and there's no way, that anyone would look at him and go, yeah, this person has, my best interests at heart. And people would, while there would be someone that would vote for him, I thought, hey, there's more people that can see, right through this bullshit. Like, they'll realize, hey, even though he hates the people we hate and we really love that about him, we're not going to have a country, most likely not have a good country afterwards, so let's, vote for the woman of color. I thought that, well, some people could, really, hate people like myself, agender, bisexual. It's like, the majority of America would be like, yeah, we support those people and we would hate to see our friends and loved ones suffer. But even though I'm a pessimist, I was way too much of an optimist, and like, that has really set my depression off big time. I've had diagnosed clinical depression since 6th grade, and nowadays, luckily, it's really not a problem. But yeah, so it's hard for me, to come to terms with the fact that our country is a lot more hateful than I thought. And during these dark times, you have to power through it, find little bits of hope here and there. And the reason I'm probably not going to be discussing this anymore in future videos, not intentionally, maybe if, it's something comes out, it comes out, but not discussion like this, because I really like, my blog, my Twitch, my YouTube, to be a places for people to escape, their worries for life, so, they can have the strength to continue. Because we can't fight all the time, we can't be worried all the time, or we just go crazy, so I figure that's my place in this whole fucked up world, so I want to talk and be happy about stuff, so yeah. So if you're feeling down, just hang on and honestly live out of spite, because people want you to die, but fuck them. And every second you live is another second they're enraged, so that's fucking awesome. You have that much power over them. So anyways, let's actually get... Didn't mean to move at that moment. Hello, little bee. So, let's get actually doing the dramatic reading. I'm gonna... I just turned and Danny's about to push a big toy over, so... Yeah. She likes to show it who's boss. Anyways, let's get to reading the next chapter of Animorphs number 13, The Change by Kay Applegate. And we are going to be reading chapter 12. Hang on. And just be aware, I guess you're going to be seeing some bee-butt. Sorry in advance. Oh shit, I was ranting for a while. God damn. Andalites always look like they're right on the borderline between cute and dangerous. But with Fisher 3, that line doesn't even exist. It's not that he looks any different outside. I mean, he looks like an older Andalite is all. But there is some dark, evil glow that shines from within him. And when you meet him, you have no doubt at all that he is dangerous. Deadly dangerous. Guys? I called in thought speak. Jake? Rachel? No answer. I was too far away from them. The Andalite emerged fully from the human form it had morphed. Well, Ket Halpak, Fisher 3 said. That is your name, isn't it? Your original Hork-Bajir name. You've run us a nice chase, but it's time to come home now. Fisher 3 seldom bothered to whisper his thoughts speak. I guess when you're that powerful, it never occurs to you to worry that someone might overhear. Ket Halpak, he had called the Hork-Bajir. So was not Charahami. This was his Kalashi, his wife. They had her surrounded. 2 humans carrying shotguns and Fisher 3 armed with all the lightning speed of an Andalite. Not to mention Morphs from all the dark corners of the galaxy. There was no way to save the Hork-Bajir female. I'd have to take Fisher 3 out. And that wasn't going to happen. See, Andalites, even false Andalites, are impossible to sneak up on. Those extra stalk eyes turning this way and that, always looking in every direction, made it impossible. Unless there was a distraction. I knew the Swanson's hawk tended to roost in one particular elm tree. The light was too dim to see him. He might not even be there. But if he was, I flapped hard to gain altitude. Not too much, there wasn't time. Just enough. 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet. Then I folded my wings and plummeted toward the ground. I screamed in the voice of a redtail. I called again, making sure the Swanson's hawk would hear me. And down I came, wings back and tail narrowed for maximum speed. I aimed straight for Fisher 3. If the Swanson's hawk wasn't home, I was toast. Then a rustling sound from the elm. From the corner of my eye, I saw wings flapping. The Swanson's was coming out to defend his territory against the pushy redtail. I've never been so relieved to see a fellow hawk. That bird, it's probably one of them, Fisher 3 shouted, pointing at the Swansons. The 2 human controllers spun and raised their shotguns to their shoulders. And Fisher 3, bless his evil heart, turned his stalk eyes toward what he thought was a threat. I'm a friend of Jarahami, I said to the Hork-Bajir. Get ready. Talons forward, beak thrust out, a sudden flaring of wings to adjust the angle, and strike. Hang on. Oh shit. Sorry. Thought the screen had gone dark and then threw my sword. That was... When you're doing things live, folks. When you're doing things live. This ain't for the weak of heart. Anyways, let's return. Talons forward, beak thrust out, a sudden flaring of wings to adjust the angle, and strike. My talons raked Fisher 3's exposed stalk eyes from behind. Urgh! Fisher 3 bellowed in pain. Now, run! I told the Hork-Bajir. Blam, blam, blam. The shotguns fired. And we were out of there. Out of there. The Hork-Bajir bolted. I flapped like my life depended on it. It did. The Swanson's hawk turned so hard, so fast, I thought he'd been hit. But then he was hauling his tail feathers out of there too. On the light, filth! I heard Fisher 3 scream in my head. But by then, I was out, over the trees, and the Hork-Bajir was running flat out below me. And I was just screaming like an idiot from the sheer insane rush of it all. Yes, yes! Bird Boy shoots, he scores, yeah-ha! And that's the chapter. Whew. Probably that first introduction to Fisher 3's voice, that was not my best performance. Again, do it live, so no multiple takes or anything. So that was that was something to behold. I hope that fucking never happens again, dear Lord. Let's see. Yeah, that was not good. There's always next time. And I will say this about... So, by the end of the series, you find out where in the USA this series takes place in. And like I had guessed it wrong. For some reason, I thought a place with mountains would take place in Florida, and that would make me feel stupid like an idiot, but other Floridians had thought the same things when they were younger, so I might not be the smartest crayon in the shed, but I am not the dumbest, so there's that. But anyways, one of the things Tobias says, bless his evil heart. Oh, okay, there's that bee. I was wondering where the pollen is coming from. So, one thing in the South or Florida, depending on, whether or not you consider Florida a part of the South or not, and if you don't live in Florida, that may seem like a really weird thing to say, but trust me, if you live in the South, you get it. You get exactly where I'm coming from. And you can probably guess what I'm going to say next. About the whole bless his evil heart. Down here, bless your heart is worse than any other cuss word you can think of. That is the lowest blow. Someone says, bless your heart, just know that that is never said with the friendliest of intentions. Let's try to get this table like near the center. No. So, it's a sort of a southern saying of bless your heart, and that's how you know someone's really unhappy with you. And so Tobias saying bless his evil heart, is that, it has to be from the south, or else why would Tobias be saying that? But I won't spoil where this, takes place until the end of the series, which is, let's be real, going to be a while. It's nowhere that would commonly use that phrase. There's a nice little mountain, so they're going to be eating some fish. Oh, spun that one. And I'm just getting too happy with spinning this fish. But yeah, Animorphs, except for, a few books, a few different locations where they go out of state, would not be where they would normally would use bless your heart. So I guess Tobias must have heard it like on TV. I mean, like, I sometimes go like I'm so Canadian, so, maybe that happened. We watched some TV, and he's like, oh, I like that phrase. I'm going to use it now. Haha. I don't know, it's just a little weird, I guess, to me. Or else, I know we're thinking it. Oh no, YouTube, we're overthinking something. Yeah, that was just a little weird, at least for me. Let's see, anything else I want to talk about in this chapter? I do like doing Vischer 3's voice. I don't know if I do voice acting professionally, which I don't plan to ever do. I would definitely like to go for more villain roles. Because I don't know what I'm doing a good majority of the day, and villains are evil, but at least they know what they're doing, at least they have a good game plan, Yeah, I'm evil as hell, but I know what I'm doing. Maybe we need some vine. No, that vine's just going to overgrow. Oh. Now, before I get into the question of today's video, I'm going to point out how Tobias reacted to the Swanson's hawk. Like, he's knowingly using this bird and putting this creature that has no idea, you know, what's really going on, you know, possibly killing this bird. And he does it anyway, but at least he, you know, he has a moment of compassion. You know, once he knows he's safe, he's like, oh no, what, like, actually concerned for the bird, and then he sees the bird, you know, fly away to safety, so it's, you know, his conscience is clean there. Like, Tobias's actions were noble, but, you know, they weren't, you know, the classic hero thing of protecting the innocent. Because war is complicated. And I mean, early on this series really gets into, if you want to win a war, you know, even if you're trying to do the best, there's going to be war crimes popping up. Although I don't know how you would classify, you know, in legalese of what Tobias did. Because it's a really weird situation that our legal system ain't prepared for. Yep, and it is night. This should be like a maybe waiting area where people gather. Yeah. Yeah, let's see, what's a good question? Let's see, for this video. God, I'm hungry. I'm not going to ask you folks what I should eat. No. It's not going to end well. But anyways, let's see. Okay, back to the whole hawk situation. What do you think about Tobias using a hawk, you know, an innocent animal, and there was very real danger that this hawk was going to die? What do you think about it? You know, comment down below. Also, please comment down below with your questions about the rest of this chapter, like things I didn't comment on. What do you know, things I didn't touch on, like just ask questions. Nice little discussion, but please remember that I am hoping against hope that people discover the Animorphs series through, you know, my dramatic reading. So, you know, there's some big twists and turns coming up that I really do not want, you know, to spoil for anyone. I think I just heard an Enderman, so let's spawn something. Oh, you did. So don't give any major spoilers on the rest of the series. Do your best to keep everything spoiler free. No major spoilers. I need you to move. This would be a nice little fire pit here, yeah. Yeah. Let's get some dirt in. This could be awesome. So, also remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends about this, you know, your families, if they're very open-minded. And oh shit. And I am now going to get to the link part of this video. If you're watching this on the Twitch, a little bit after I finish this stream, I'll be adding the links in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know, those links will already be there, so you don't have to waste any time. Okay, and now, getting to the links. Let's see, my half-brother texted me. Okay, I'm gonna have to look more at the text. I sent him a funny screenshot from last night's stream of Skyrim. So. Oh, his reaction. Anyways, now, before I really get into the links, I'm also going to warn you that some of these links are Amazon Associate links, which means I get paid a little if you know, buy anything via the links. So with that in mind, let's get started with link number 1. And that link will be to, of course, to get your very own copy of Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Applegate. Remember, this dramatic reading I am doing is just an adaptation of the original work, and I am very much limited by my talent or lack thereof. So you may read the books and, you know, come out with a very different interpretation of a character's moods and voice than I'm doing. I can't really fucking do voices, so yeah. Torch flower. Okay. Torch flower by fire, that sounds good. And besides the whole, you know, this is just an adaptation of the books. I am... The Animorphs is very much my favorite book series of all time. Hands down. Like, it's one of those book series that I read as a kid, and then, you know, after the last book came out, I was... I had just, I think, I just started high school. Yeah, I started high school at 2001. And so I forgot about the series, you know, for a little bit, which if you've known me an adult, you know, recently, you know, as an adult, that seems impossible that, you know, I would somehow forget the series. Because I talk about it so much. I think someone once said that they never read Animorphs but knew everything about the series because I don't shut up about it. Whew. Yeah, it really holds up well, you know, both for kids and adults, and it's just, you know, kids will see different things in the series than adults do, and it's really interesting to have been on both sides of that. how do I make little vases? Hang on a sec, I have to look up something. Making pottery in Minecraft. Okay, hang on. Let's see, put... That game's only put one shard each in the middle of the top right and middle row. Ah, okay, so I'm going to need a crafting table for the moment. Okay. Yeah, so go get your very own copy of Animorphs number 13 to change by K.A. Applegate. Trust me, you will not regret it. And the next link is to where, you know, you can chat to me all day and night about Animorphs or any other nerdy topic. Just please remember that for Jash Reads, I'm, you know, keeping spoilers to bare minimum if I ever do say anything. I am not that way outside of the series, so if you're going to contact me on Twitter, which is what the link is for, you know, tell me, you know, how far you're in the series, if you mind spoilers, if you don't, so I don't accidentally spoil shit for you, because I do not want that. So, yeah, skull would be nice and appropriate here. Sheaf. So, check out my Twitter, we can chat. I give updates, so that's nice too. So what I have right here, shelter. And for my next trick, I mean my next link, is to my Patreon. Now my Patreon helps support not just these dramatic readings, but all my other streams. Every odd thing I'm doing on my blog. So, you know, if you want to help support, and also the books I'm releasing. So if you do want to help me out there, if you have the funds, just, you know, support, join my Patreon. You hopefully will not regret it. Okay, now let's see what pot I'm making. Skull, shelter, heart. Yeah, I mean, because there's exploring to get here, death, yay, we're here, and it's sheltery. Let's get a crafting table for a little bit. Oh yeah, God, it's floating. Woo! Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, let me look up again. Making pottery in Minecraft. And sorry, folks. Put one shard in the middle of the top. Let's see. Let's try this again. One shard each in the middle of the top. Okay, I'm gonna look for a graph if this does not work. Top. Right. Top right. Okay. Okay, hang on. Top right, the screen darkened. Top right. Bottom. Put one shard each in the middle of the top. Right, bottom, and middle. I'm gonna have to... Okay. Let's try. I'm gonna make decorated pots. Making decorated pots Minecraft. Okay, let's see decorated pots. Okay, come on. Any pottery, sherd, or brick. Oh, here we go, folks. Here we go. We did it. It took a while to get there, folks, but we did it. Okay, now the last, not pottery sherd, but the last, the last link is to my original book series. That the original book series is a reverse harem. With also hang on, let me try that again. I'm getting distracted by looking at my beautiful artistry here. Yeah. My original book series is Kafka's Men. The username. My author's name is Jash. Kolze, K-O-L-Z-E, and it's a reverse harem series. So there's nice romance, nice old body horror, lovely angst. And through all the trials and tribulations Kafka goes through, at the end of the series, she ends up with some lovely men. I guess I can't put... Oh well. But at the end of the series, Kafka ends up with two lovely men. It's just the right to get there. So it does eventually have a happy ending, but there's going to be heartbreak and tears along the way. So if that sounds like your jam. Currently, 7 books in the series have been released, and I'm halfway through writing the 8th book. And I don't want to put, an estimated time when the 8th book's coming out, because I remember last year, I was like, oh, I can get this out early, 2024. But I had forgotten how much I had actually written, and then I was like, oh. But I am halfway through working on the 8th book. I will not really spoil anything about it, but say it's definitely one of the darker entries in the series. Like, I remember finishing writing the 7th book, and the 7th book ends up with a nice, little high note there. And as I'm feeling all happy, as I'm feeling gay, like, oh, this was so good to write, this felt so nice to end it like this, and I was like, wait, is the next book? Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, yeah, that was fun. Okay, going to take one more screenshot here. And that's all of the links. So, if you're wondering how to support me, you know, that's the way to do it. Also, though I don't have this link, I am Jashikins on Redbubble, and over the past 2 days I've released like 2 or 3 new designs on my Redbubble, so if you're looking out for new artwork you can buy from me, that's the way to go. And I hope you're all having a good day. You know, keep your spirits up, and things will get better. And until next time, whenever I'm able to do another Jash Reads, and again, I am really sorry for how long of a wait this Jash Reads episode was. Like, last week was, yeah, hectic as hell, so I'm hoping not to run into any delays like that again, but you know, life happens. So, until next time, goodbye.